If you have studied English as a second language, you may have realized that the subject of pronunciation is a nightmare, not only because there are many complicated sounds that may not exist in your native language, but because even once you master the sounds, the same word can have several pronunciations. Or when you look up a word in different dictionaries, the pronunciations that they show you do not match, or the symbology used to represent the pronunciations is not the same. English pronunciation can be confusing, plus, having to look up word for word all the time is tedious. It has probably happened to you that no matter how many times someone repeated a word to you, you were not able to say it correctly, or it took you a long time to get it right. To solve this problem, you can utilize for free this program that I created myself, which automatically generates phonetic transcriptions of any English text. It is a desktop application that you simply download and run. You don't need to install it or anything. It's not even necessary to connect to the internet to be able to use it. Needless to say that the program can make mistakes or fail, and it may need improvements and corrections. In the description section of the video you can find the link to download the program. It's free, without restriction, although you can always donate. So, a phonetic transcription is a text where a system of written representation of the sounds of a language is implemented. It is utilized to visually indicate how words are pronounced regardless of their normal spelling in the language. Phonetic transcriptions are in my opinion indispensable for mastering the pronunciation of the English language. Obviously you have to listen and speak too, that is also indispensable, but without phonetic transcriptions it will be much more difficult for you to achieve your goal of pronouncing correctly. On this occasion I'm using version 0.5 of the program, which is the most recent at the time of making this video. When you open it, you'll see these two text boxes. The top one is for putting the English text that you want to transcribe phonetically, and the bottom one is for displaying the result. You can hover your cursor over any of the buttons to display a brief description of it. To use the program, type or paste something in the first text box. You can also import the text from a TXT, docx, PDF, or EPUB file, then click the button that says Transcribe and you'll get the result in the other box. The symbology you'll see belongs to the International Phonetic Alphabet, which is the most used standard symbology for representing pronunciations of languages, as it is based on the sounds of human speech. So if you already know how the International Phonetic Alphabet works, you'll be able to interpret the phonetic transcriptions. If not, I recommend that you research it and learn to read it. It can be a bit intimidating, but it's worth understanding its use. At the top you can see that there are several tabs. In the one that says Appendix 2, you'll find the official chart of the International Phonetic Alphabet, so that you can consult it directly from there. The level of detail with which you can make your transcriptions using the International Phonetic Alphabet is varied. In the program 4 transcription modes are defined that use the International Phonetic Alphabet for different levels of detail. However, in addition to having the option to transcribe with the International Phonetic Alphabet and in different levels of detail, you can use the same English alphabet instead of the International Phonetic Alphabet, but this option is more limited since the International Phonetic Alphabet is specifically designed to represent the sounds of human speech, whereas the normal alphabet of the English language is not. Even so, it can work. In this case two modes are defined. One tries to implement the logic of the traditional spelling of the English language, that is, the most common patterns, and the other is stricter with regard to the phoneme-grapheme relationship. To establish the transcription mode that you want to use, you must click on the button that says Mode in the bottom left corner. In the tab that says Appendix 1, you'll find information about the transcription modes. You're going to choose one depending on what you need or what works best for you. It is worth mentioning that the program is based on the standard pronunciation of the English language, not on a specific dialect. The language of the program interface can be changed. Just go to the last tab and select your language if it's available. I believe there are other similar tools, but honestly I think this one is by far the best. Here you have several transcription options. It's free, with no limitations. It doesn't need internet, doesn't require installation, and comes with other useful functions. Now I will show you some examples. In total there are 6 transcription modes. 2 of them utilize the English alphabet and the other 4 utilize the International Phonetic Alphabet, which allows us to specify more details. This transcription was made using the first mode, this one the second mode, third mode, fourth mode, fifth mode, and sixth mode. You can see that here the phonetic transcription has many details. Anyway, there are other interesting things that you can do with the program. The link to download it is in the description.